Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can grow your podcast authority, generate leads, and convert with ease. Today's tip is take a break without skipping a beat. Podcast burnout is real. Just in case you were worried about what it means when you sometimes don't feel like creating another episode, I'm here to tell you that even the most die-hard podcasters need a break from time to time. But then the fear creeps in. What if people think I quit? I can't let my listeners down. What if they feel abandoned and unsubscribe? What if skipping an episode or two kills my momentum? I've literally heard each of these from my clients. These fears usually come about after they tell me that they want to take a vacation, but they're so overworked they can't imagine getting extra episodes in the can so they can take a week off. It's funny how crazy that sounds when someone else is saying it. Look, in this episode, I'm going to help you take a break without your podcast taking a break. Stick with me. There is a magical strategy called repurposing. There are several ways to leverage the content you've already created to create fresh new episodes that will take you a fraction of the time compared to creating a new episode from scratch. You may have heard of republishing. Maybe your favorite podcasts do this and you didn't think of doing it for your own show. It's a smart move for anyone with a deep library because chances are your new listeners won't have heard those earlier episodes and your diehard fans won't mind revisiting it. While you can just pull something from your library, rewrite the description and title, and publish it as is, there is a way to make it fresher for new and old listeners alike. All you have to do is create a new top and tail. That's radio speak for a new intro and outro. This gives you the chance to say to your listener, hey, I'm resharing this for a reason. This works particularly well if you can actually come up with a reason. It's your most popular episode. There's a timely relevance. The person you interviewed is in the news, or you have a new spin or perspective to share about it. Maybe it's an interview that personally impacted you and you can share the story of the interview and the results of the impact. There are hundreds of ways to give it a new spin. You're creative. I trust that you will find one that feels good. And don't forget about the outro. This is another place where you can add a new spin. Maybe it's a new offer that you want to bring to people's attention, and this old episode tees it up perfectly. However you reposition it, writing and recording the new top and tail will take you a fraction of the time than creating a whole new episode. But I promise you more than just one way to leverage your content vault. This next idea works really well if you have a bit of help. Otherwise, it might not save you much time. I'm talking about patchwork episodes. Like Baba's quilt. You take bits from different episodes and stitch them together using freshly recorded elements to create something entirely new. In radio, we would call these talk tapes because you would talk in between the clips from a longer interview or a piece of content to make it all make sense. Talk, tape. You get it. And there are a variety of ways to create these from your existing content. One way would be to create a series based on your different content themes or buckets. I talked about content themes in episode 122, so hopefully you have podcast themes, but if you're unfamiliar, these are a collection of topics that fit under one umbrella. Those themes fit under the umbrella of your show's core theme or topic. So, as I was saying, one way to create patchwork content would be to do a series based on your themes. For example, if your show is all about streamlining salon businesses, your themes might be systems, brand, team, and maybe customer service. You could do an episode on each featuring the top 3 to 5 best pieces of advice about each theme. You would do an intro explaining the value of what you're about to share. Then, in between clips, you just need to record a quick sentence moving from tip 1 to tip 2 to tip 3, etc. Remember to introduce the guest if you had one, and then record the extra with your new call to action. You do this 4 times and you've just bought yourself some vacation time. It's kind of like your own best of episode. By the way, this curated content is very popular with most listeners because you are giving them a shortcut to the treasure, the golden nuggets all in one place. And as I said, this works best if you have some help. For example, if you have a VA or an editor who knows your content from top to bottom, then can have them identify the clips to use. AI can also lighten the load by identifying clips from your transcripts. All you have to do is write the bits in between and record. Boom! Fresh content in a fraction of the time. Whether you want to take a break for the winter holidays, the summer, or if you just want to have 1 or 2 episodes in the can for when life gets too damn busy, repurposing old episodes either by republishing them, refreshing and republishing them, or creating some patchwork episodes is a great way to take a break without having to put your podcast on pause. And I hope that's just the tip you need. Now, if you're looking back at your old library of content and finding that you're lacking some consistency, don't really have themes, or you're just seeing a big old pile of yuck, well, you might need to dial things in. The podcast tune-up could be the answer. This program is designed to realign your podcast with your business and improve your ROI. See what the podcast tune-up can do for you, your podcast, and your business by following the link in the show notes or by going to podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Wahlberg. See ya!